Yes, Eric Forrester, please. It's Caroline Spencer calling.
Yes, Trish? Oh, fine. Put her on. Hello, Caroline.
Eric, hi. Have you heard from Reg?
No, but his plane should be in. I expect he'll be coming over here to the office. Would you like me to have him call you?
No, I would rather that you didn't mention my name. If he wants to talk to me, he'll call me.
Goodbye, Caroline.
The natives are restless.
I didn't get that impression.
Oh, Eric, this is a moment of truth for them.
Stephanie, these women are not on the edge of their seats.
Oh, I think they've got you fooled on that one.
No, I think you're the one who's not assessing this accurately.
Really? Well, I'll agree with you that they're both independent, strong-minded career women. But I think you're failing to understand one very important thing. They're both in love. Caroline to the point of taking the chance of getting a divorce from Thorne. Brooke moving into the house before anything happened. I think they both would like everyone to think that they're aloof, but I think they're barely hanging on.
Forever the romantic.
What's that supposed to mean?
Sometimes I have to wonder if you don't enjoy this situation Regis got himself into.
Enjoy it? We really have lost our ability to communicate, haven't we?
Let's just leave it alone. It's Regis' choice. Let's let him make it. And we end up with either Brooke or Caroline as a daughter-in-law.
And you're really prepared to accept either one of them as a daughter-in-law despite the repercussions?
You're talking about Thorne now.
Certainly I'm talking about Thorne. Eric, how many times have I told you? He is not prepared to handle any kind of a relationship between Ridge and Caroline.
Well, then I think you'd better be prepared to start having lunches with Brooke, because he's going to choose one of them. And he's probably going to do it tonight. Hello, honey.
Hi, Dad. How was your speech?
Oh, the usual.
Oh? In other words, they loved you?
Well, they didn't fall asleep. You look pretty tonight.
Why, thank you.
You going out?
I might be.
You might be.
We're just getting back from Europe tonight, so I might be seeing him.
See.
Dad, I'm not going to pretend with you. There's a possibility that I will marry Ridge. On the other hand, it's possible that I won't be.
Well, that sounds rather curious.
He's making a decision, Dad, between Brooke and me.
Simple as that.
No, it isn't as simple as that, but I don't want to get myself all stressed out about it.
Well, when do you suppose you'll know? I mean, when he makes this decision.
Very possibly it could be tonight.
And does Brooke go ahead and share your attitudes?
Well, I've talked to her, and she's not about to throw herself at him. Or at least that's what she says.
And you're not quite sure whether you trust her or not.
I don't know. The stakes are very high, Dad. I don't know what Brooke's going to do. Any calls?
No, and I wish you'd quit asking me that. If the phone rings, I'm sure you'll hear it.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, too. I didn't mean to jump on you like that.
Can I fix you some tea?
No, thanks. Who am I fooling? I should be at the Foresters right now, waiting for Rich. I live with him. Why am I not taking advantage of it?
Brooke, if that's the way you really feel.
I love him, Donna. I love him, and I don't want to lose him. But I won't pursue him. I'm just not going to do that to myself.
Maybe we should just stop talking about Ridge. Let's change the subject.
Good idea.
Christmas. Can you believe it's less than a month away?
Do you have any plans?
No, I'd like to go away, though.
Maybe someone will ask you to go skiing.
No, I don't dare hope for that. Would be pretty wonderful, though. That fabulous cabin up in Big Bear that you keep talking about?
Yes, it is beautiful up there. The snow and the mountains, the view. That's where I went with Ridge last Christmas. And I'll never forget it. Hey, I thought we weren't going to talk about this.
I worry about you. I know how much Ridge means to you.
He means more than I'm even willing to admit. He doesn't mean everything. I'm sure there's life after Ridge, if that's how it turns out.
Of course there is. You have a great career.
I could be research director at the lab if I set my sights to it.
Well, that'd be terrific.
Yeah, it would. And maybe that's exactly what I'm going to do. If I want to.
Everything's gonna be just fine.
Sure it is.
How was your nap?
Wonderful.
Well, you're not very talkative this evening. Anything happened today?
No, I'm okay. I was just a little run down. Caroline seems a little pensive.
Oh, yes. We have Ridge Forrester to thank for that.
So, is Ridge back yet?
He's expected back tonight.
I guess Caroline told you about his decision.
What a cad. He has two utterly exquisite women doting on him, and he takes off for Europe.
Bill, it was business. And I don't think Brooke and Caroline are exactly doting on him.
What is it about this man? And I try to think over and over again, what...
His confidence, his charisma. I don't know, Rich comes on to you without even knowing it. And once he has you, it's very difficult to get him out of your system. I should know. I was there.
It's ironic, isn't it? The man that I have very little regard for was once intimately involved with both my wife and my daughter.
It isn't ironic. That's the reason you don't have any regard for him.
But you were in love with him, though, weren't you?
I suppose so at one time. But now, the only person I love is you.
And that's a feeling I hope that I can hold permanently.
You do. More and more with every passing day.
Did it ever occur to you that he might not choose either one of them?
Yes, that occurred to me, but I dismissed it.
Really? Why?
Because the more I've gotten to know Brooke and Caroline, the more I understand Ridge's dilemma. Yes.
Dad.
Ridge, welcome home. How was your trip?
Fantastic. I learned so much, especially about myself. I'll tell you about it when I get there. I'm on my way.
All right, son. I'll see you in a few minutes. Well, it sounds like our son has made a decision. Stephanie, worrying is not going to help matters.
I honestly don't see how you can be quite so calm about this.
Stephanie, I've told you, I have already accepted either Caroline or Brooke as a daughter-in-law, but it is Ridge's decision.
Fine. If he chooses Caroline, then you can be the one to tell Thor.
As a matter of fact, I have decided that I will be the one to tell him, if that's the case, and he will accept it. Painfully, I'm sure, but he will cope.
Well, if you're less than 100% sure about that, I suggest that you tell him in front of a professional.
Damn it, Stephanie, he's a man. He's not a teenager.
He's an extremely sensitive man, Eric.
He's a very intelligent man as well. A man who has moved ahead with his life. He's dating already. He's involved with this young woman, this Devaney Dixon.
Eric, you are continuing to underestimate his real feelings for Caroline. I have warned you and warned you I don't know how many times.
And you are underestimating his resilience. Thorne is very strong. Stronger than any of us has ever given him credit for. The only danger is if someone were to tell him that Ridge slept with Caroline while he was still married to her. And who's going to do that? Who? Now, please, I am pleading with you. Let's look at our children in a more positive manner. Come in.
Dad, Mother.
Well, hi, honey.
Hello, son.
Well, this is some welcome. I've only been gone a week.
Oh, it seems much longer. I guess we missed you.
Well, I've got some great news for both of you.
Beautiful evening.
Yes, it is.
So, how are you holding up?
Holding up?
Well, yes, I'm sure this must be a difficult time for you.
Are you here to give me your support?
I'm here because I live here, Caroline. But despite our differences, I don't like to see anyone suffer.
Do I look like I'm suffering?
No. But I know what it's like. The games, the denial.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Ridge. I lost him too once, remember? So, I do know what you're going through.
No, you don't, Margo. Because I haven't lost him.
Well, Dad, Mother, I'm very glad I took that trip.
Sounds very positive, son.
More than I dreamed.
Eric said you told him on the phone that you felt you'd discovered something about yourself.
Did I ever?
Care to expand upon that?
Gladly. That's what this trip was all about. Decisions. I made some very significant ones.
It's true. You haven't lost Ridge yet.
And even if I do, if he chooses Brooke, the world will keep on turning.
Well, that's a very noble attitude.
Well, it's very true.
Yes, it is true. If you can buy into it.
Are you trying to subvert my efforts in doing that?
No, heavens no, I would never do that.
Sounds like you are.
Caroline, believe me, I'm the first person who wants you to stand on your own 2 feet.
I'm already on my own 2 feet, Margo.
Not as long as you're in this apartment, you're not.
Oh, I see. This is just part of your ongoing effort to get me to leave.
Caroline, we don't get along. I'm married to your father. Now, that's not a very good combination. I think it's only logical I would want you to leave this apartment.
You know what, Margo? Why don't you concentrate on your marriage and forget about me? Because I will be happy to leave the moment I believe you love my father.
Or the moment Ridge asks you to marry him.
Perhaps.
Well, let's just keep our fingers crossed that that happens tonight, if not sooner.
Well, I think a movie's in order.
Tonight?
Sure. It'll take your mind off things.
No question it will do that.
So what would you like to see?
I don't know. Donna, I don't really want to see a movie.
Why not?
I just want to be where Ridge can reach me.
Sure.
I know what you're thinking, that I'm wimping out, but I'm not. It's just that this one night, I want to be available in case Ridge wants to talk to me.
Brooke, I think of you as a lot of things. But a wimp isn't one of them. In fact, it's just the opposite. You're one of the strongest people that I know. And I'm very, very proud of you.
Thanks. I hope I can live up to that.
You can? I'm sure of it.
So, Ridge, tell us about these significant decisions you made.
Well, as you both know, I wasn't looking forward to this trip. 5 cities in 6 days. But once I got there, it was great.
You had a wonderful time?
I think I discovered some treasures even the Europeans don't know anything about.
It's interesting. What kind of treasures?
A little town in northern Italy. There's a family there that makes the most exquisite handmade lace you've ever seen in your life.
Did you bring any back with you?
Oh, yes. I made a ton of connections.
Any socializing?
Not the way you mean, Mother. I did get the royal treatment, though. I didn't have one meal alone in my hotel, not even breakfast.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Europeans have a lot they can show us. Maybe we can show them a few things, too.
Well, I've always thought that was the case. Ridge, did you make any other decisions while you were there?
Yes, I did. I wrote them all down. I think you and Thorne and I should sit down next week.
Ridge, I'm not talking about business decisions.
Well, maybe he didn't have time to make any personal decisions.
Of course I did, Mother. You're talking about Brooke and Caroline.
2 young women who are anxiously waiting to hear from you.
I'm anxious to see them, too.
So you've made a decision?
Yes, Mother, I have. I'm going to talk to both of them. Right away. Tonight.